All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening. This is Deshaun Bradley. Once again, from the Fighting Carrier. Find me on Facebook, my page there. Again, welcome. This is Deshaun Bradley, the Fighting Carrier. I'm here with a little bit of groundbreaking news and some updates there. As you can see from the title, this show's episode is Cherish Every Moment, as well as where the package is at. What happened to him? So I want to get into this real quick. I want to begin the show this time by talking about another tragic loss at the post office. We already had one of our fellow carriers there in was it Manhattan, Brooklyn, there in New York, where he got stabbed in a sandwich shop, bodega, or whatever, over a sandwich. Needless loss of life because of that. And then I just read too today that another carrier in Brooklyn was robbed at gunpoint today. But here's a story. It's from Mission Local, and it says a USPS mail carrier dies on Valencia Street. I don't know where Valencia is at. I don't know if that's in New York or what. Or San Francisco. It's in San Francisco. This occurred in. Goes on to say that a United States Postal Service employee died Monday afternoon at the intersection of Valencia and 17th Street. Around 1:35 p.m. on January 6, San Francisco police officers responded to a report the driver of a USPS vehicle was hunched over the steering wheel. Attempts to administer CPR, an officer at the scene said, were unsuccessful. The mail carrier was pronounced dead at the scene. As of 2:30 p.m., part of the intersection had been cordoned off as officers awaited for the medical examiner to arrive. A white tent had been erected next to Harrington Galleries at the corner of Valencia and 17th Street. Around the corner was another USPS employee with a satchel delivery cart who declined to comment. This is where we shocked and saddened by the tragic death of one of our valued employees, the Postal Service said in a statement. We're offering employee assistance services to all coworkers during this difficult time. The medical examiner has yet to respond to requests to comment. And again, this is a breaking news story. More will be updated at the time. The day of this is January 6th at 3:25 p.m. There may be more information out considering today's the 8th. But since I don't have that, I can look it up real quick. I'm not going to say the name. Some of the comments here name the carrier. I'm not going to go into that because I don't know the name for sure. When I give a second, I might just look real quick. But for some of the comments, people who say they know him on the route said he was the sweetest, kindest person. It's really sad. Hearts are with the family. Another one talks about. Put this on silent mode. Sorry about that. Another one talks about how they've spoken to postal carriers and our jobs have become more and more stressful. Even got some petitions against privatization. And this person says if they were to go private, the post office would be much worse. This next person actually names the carrier, but again, I don't know for sure, so I'm not going to say his name out of respect because I don't know. But it says that he was a great man, loved his family dearly. He used to have fun with the mail carrier there too. So many people, they love the carrier. They love us out there. For the most part, we get the people on our side. We can get so much more accomplished at the post office. If we get the customers involved, then let them know, hey, what our union is doing, what the Joy is doing, what the post office is doing, or what they're not doing. We can have some real change. I believe there could be some real change at the post office if we were to get our local communities involved with that. I'm going to look at something else too. Let me look and see real quick if there's been any updates with that story. And perhaps they have a name for the carrier. But let's see here. Postal Times. Let's go there. But as you can tell from the title of this is to cherish every moment, because every day, cherish your families, cherish those relationships that you have, because you never know. That might be the last day. Anything can happen. We do want to try to, eat right, exercise, do all these things, but, regardless of what happens, anything can happen, whether you are exercise, eat right, you can still just, collapse one day, it doesn't matter. But what does matter is trying to take care of your health, of course, but what matters more than that is to cherish every moment, cherish every single day that you have with your family, with your friends, doing the things that you like to do. Don't let this job stress you out to the point that you collapse, you get exhausted. But cherish those moments with your family. That is very, very important that we learn to do that. That is things that we need to do. Tell your family that you love them. Hey, I love you guys. Take the time when you have that day off, not to think about the post office, but spend that time with your family. Spend that time. Don't worry about the post office. Don't stress out about things like that. Cherish those moments. You want to go fishing your day off, go fishing. Take your family out fishing, go camping. Do what you got to do, but cherish each moment. Cherish each moment. That is key. That is vital. That we do that. That we take care of ourselves with that. So that's what I wanted to mention there too. With that, I don't see any further updates with this story. Let me check the computer here. I don't see any other stories, any updates with that. There might be some. I thought I saw something came up here today, but yeah. Once I get the name of this carrier who passed away, I will bring it to your attention there. But we have to learn to just cherish the moments that we have. Life is short. Life is short. Spend it with your family. Spend it with friends. Don't worry about all the political mumbo jumbo. Don't worry about the privatization talk. Don't worry so much about our contract and all that stuff. I mean, these things are gonna work themselves out. We've got people fighting. We've got the CLC fighting. I'm fighting. Many other carriers are out there fighting. The way I fight a little differently from the other guys. The way they fight, but we're all behind the scenes working. I don't need to be out in front. I don't need to be up there. I don't need to have what the CLC is doing. There's just a number of fighters out there doing what we can to try to protect you guys out there and to work for you and to make this place a better place to work. But we don't need to stress. We don't need to worry about all of these things that are occurring. But cherish each moment. Cherish each moment. I do want to go to this article right here. I mentioned earlier that one of our brothers there in New York, the stabbing death there at the bodega overall because he ordered a sandwich first at the time. There appears to be some updates with that. Let's see here. Yeah, our brother Ray Hodge, letter care, postal service, happened at Joel's Grocery at 168 Lenox in Harlem at 2:30 p.m. He was on duty making rounds before he popped into a deli. That's a spot for lunch break. Hodge went inside the counter to buy a sandwich. Deli worker said 24-year-old Jaya Cruz was behind Hodge in the store and started arguing over who was first in line. Okay, we mentioned that before. Arguing over the sandwich here. And then she just took the knife and just, I don't know, was it a she or a he? It was one of those. I had to double check that for sure. But according to the article, it says she took a knife, stabbed him in the neck and in the stomach. It's terrible. And I mentioned the last time I talked about this. I mean, what's the solution? I said we got another carrier out there who was just robbed at gunpoint today. U.S. postal worker robbed at gunpoint in Brooklyn days after mail carrier fatally stabbed in Harlem. So a U.S. postal worker was robbed at gunpoint in Brooklyn on Tuesday afternoon, less than a week after a postman was stabbed. The 30-year-old was delivering packages for the post office, Green Avenue and Malcolm X Boulevard in Bedford, around 2:15 when she was robbed. Two men dressed in black and wearing masks with a firearm on her stole all her packages at gunpoint, police said. The pair was last seen fleeing westbound on Green Avenue with stolen mail. No arrests have been reported as of Wednesday. So what are we going to do? I mean, how can they protect us as we are delivering packages? I mean, she did the right thing. She gave up the packages. I mean, it's not that those arrow keys, the packages, it's not worth losing your life over that. And I had a beef. I remember this when they were directing us to tie those keys around our belt loops and all that stuff. I told myself, I'm never doing that. I don't care. I'm not doing that because if someone has me at gunpoint, I don't want to have to fumble around trying to untie that stupid thing, that stupid chain around my belt. It's in my pocket. There you go. Have a good day. Just give them the stuff. But I'm thinking all that fumbling and bumbling with the key chains around it, that's just annoying. And if there's criminals in there, they're trying to get in and get out. They're trying to hurry up. So, what can we do out there as carriers? I mean, many of you are veterans out there, trained in use of firearms. Is that a possibility? Let us be armed. Let us do something. Carry around something, or I mean, what can we do? Body cams. That's actually not a bad idea to have body cams. So and they're on. They from the time we go to the street, they're on. Even before the street, though, really, like before the street. So we have video evidence of abusive management too. That might be an option. Just wear body cams out there. But then again, I can see how if we wear the body cams, I can see how management could use that against us, especially with the leader we got. They would use that camera footage against us some kind of way. And our boy Renfro would say it's just an inconvenience. That's what he would say. It's just an inconvenience. But there's got to be something we can do as carriers in order to protect ourselves. I mean, again, she did the right thing in Brooklyn. Just gave up the goods. Wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth all that hassle in order to get home safely. Again, cherishing every moment. Again, life is short. Things happen, and we just gotta be safe out there. And so once I get the name of the carrier out in San Francisco, I will bring that to your attention, and maybe we can try to give a shout out and send some love that way to our fellow carrier who lost his life, who just, again, according to the article there in San Francisco, he was just slumped over. So who knows? There's no medical report yet, but who knows? We may never get the story. But just take care of yourself, and cherish every moment. Be with your family. Don't worry about. I mean, these people will replace us within minutes. Something happens to us, they call office, hey, we need CCA help out here. And then they put a CCA on the route or something. Or get ready to convert somebody. So don't stress out about this job. Cherish your moments with your family and be there with your friends. So, all right. So this takes me to my second point I want to talk to you about tonight. And it's the question is, where are the packages at? What happened to the packages? What's going on? I have a mounted route in town here, and I average anywhere from 110, 120 packages per day on this route. Route is overburdened. We're going to get this adjusted as soon as possible. But we got new management there now, new postmaster, and she stated that when I transferred over to his office, it should have been done within 6 weeks. It wasn't done by the previous OIG and other people and stuff. And I've been asking for a 6-day count anyway. It's just I've been here. It hasn't been done yet. But, I take the OT. No, it is what it is. I still get done. I still get done every day about 8.5, 9 hours. But it's overburdened anyway. So anyway, I average between 110, 120 on Mondays. Usually get 150, 160 packages, 150 scans, give or take. But now this week, I have not had any Amazon packages. Today, I had about 60 packages. Yesterday, I had 30 packages. And even on Monday, which was surprisingly on a Monday, I think I only had, 60, 70 packages, I believe so. Maybe it's been a little bit more. But the point is, we're not getting all the packages that we used to get at this point in time. And so why? What's the deal? What's going on? Well, according to this article here, it's entitled Postal Service Commitment to Open Communication Amid Strategic Realignments. Okay. So here's a industry alert. Let me see if I can put this on the screen here for you guys. Let's see here. Let's see here. See if we can turn this on. That's me. Let's see, display capture. Alright, hopefully we can see that. Hopefully we're all looking at that. So let me get my things over there. Okay. Alright. So, we can all see this article right here. It's industry alert here. January 7, 2025. It says Postal Service commitment to open communication amid strategic realignments. It says throughout the past year, the Postal Service has been implementing a new strategic approach with respect to its contracts with package consolidator companies, ones that consolidate large package volumes and local delivery units and use our parcel select offering, including negotiating new agreements. So our partial posts, sure posts, and all these things, the post office is trying to renegotiate these. Prior agreements failed to reflect operational and financial realities. The evolving postal network are the enhancements to our portfolio of product offerings. See, here's the thing, and it's finally, it's about time USPS has done this. So I've been demanding that they increase the rates that they charge on these things. Therefore, in the future, actually it should happen now anyway, regardless, but we have a loser Renfro in office who won't do this anyway. Demand the pay comparability. We should be paid what UPS is being paid, regardless of what's going on here, regardless of whether they make money or not. That's the congressional law. But regardless, now, by them renegotiating these rates and increasing those rates, that gives us a little bit more leverage. But of course, again, a real leader wouldn't need that. A real leader would just do what they got to do and say, hey, the law is the law. But regardless, I will take this. It's a 2% out of the 100. I will take this. But anyway, the post office is negotiating these new rates, and I think it's high time they did this. I know we can just assume that Amazon and them are just reaming us. UPS, the other people are just reaming us, pennies on the dollar, and yet we're out there. We walk up and down the stairs, the hills, and we do what we got to do. And these guys, they just get in the truck, drive to a house, get out, get right back in. So, we do a lot. Even with the Amazon, I have not had an Amazon package all week at all. I have not had one Amazon package. I don't know about you out there, but I haven't had one. So this realignment, I think is good. I had someone on, I believe on the one of my posts on Facebook, said they talked to someone at UPS. Said these guys, because the increased volume, these guys are working way long hours because now they're carrying the extra burden that we were taking, and now they have to carry it and whatnot. And so that's not going to last long because those guys are private. So the negotiations, they should be coming back to the negotiating table soon. Same with the Amazon people. But these rates need to go up because you think about this. Amazon, they love to leave us the big giant bags of dog food, don't they? Yeah, they come to the door with a little envelope. You know, they give us all the dog food. They give us all the 50-pound bags and what the 70-pound boxes of kitty litter or whatever, however heavy those things are. So it's high time that the post office did this. Put the money first, so then they can reinvest that into their employees. And so then, too, with all this money that's coming in, they can no longer say, use that as, oh, we're losing money, you know. So if you're wondering where the packages are at, this is what's going on. They're in the process of trying to renegotiate some of these terms and conditions. I'm going to get back to turn this off now. They want to get back to making this money, you know, which is good. Cause we do you know, need the money, you know, so we can continue to serve our customers, serve our communities, and things of that nature. So if you're wondering where the packages are at, that's what's happening. But again, as I said before, you know, Renfro, regardless of where the post office is making money or not, Renfro should have been in there saying, you know, here's the law, pay comparability. UPS is our nearest comparable company. And all they do is get in their trucks, take stuff out, go back to their trucks. Versus we had to either drive box to box or walk box to box. In addition to getting to our vehicles, pulling up to the house, taking the package out, getting the sign for or whatever, or dropping it off there. So, you know, in comparison, that's who we are. That's who we should have been compared with. But again, we don't have a leader at all. It is what it is. So, but that's all I got tonight. There's other articles I'm about to drop on the Fighting Carrier page on Facebook, as well as other information there. You know, we gotta again send our love to all our fellow carriers, who the one who was robbed at gunpoint, but then the other two who've lost their life. Mr. Hodges there in New York, and another carrier out there in California who was just found slumped over. You know, we got to think about those families, think about the stress that many carriers are under right now, just like our brother there a couple years ago, who out in Texas lost his life because he was rushing because of the heat and all that. You know, we got to think about all of our brothers and sisters out there as they deliver mail. And we got to think about ways in which we can protect ourselves out there on the street. But again, this is Deshaun Bradley, Fighting Carrier. Thank you for joining me this evening. I will be signing off, and I will drop another video tomorrow. Usually I don't do it on Thursdays, but because we had a day off tomorrow, I may come on here a couple hours early. You know, probably around noon or something like that. And then after that, take my wife out for lunch. It shouldn't be a long show. I'm gonna see what articles I can pull up today that are worthwhile talking about, spread awareness, because this is how I fight. You know, I fight the post office by spreading this news out. I fight Renfro for his lack of leadership, as we can see in many instances, and I fight behind the scenes too. You know, my emails and things of that nature. Email me anytime, fightingcarrier@gmail. Any questions? I mean, I'm not a steward, but I do have some knowledge, and I'm going to talk to my steward here, the president. I want to see about getting trained as a steward. Even though I might not be an official steward, I'm going to get that training behind the scenes. We'll continue to read my books, read the contract, and learn it, so as to be able to help others do the same. And I'm going to get back to reading the Constitution, the NALC Constitution. That's probably what I'll do tomorrow for a 10 or 15 minute show. Just read the Constitution, Article 2. I'll get back to doing that as well. Try to do that every single day if I can. if not once a week. But all right, thanks for tuning in. You guys enjoy your day off tomorrow. Again, cherish these moments. Be with your family. Be with your family, and cherish these moments that you have, because you never know what may occur, especially since we're out there dealing with the public. And who knows? Anything can happen at any time. So y'all take care tonight, and we will catch you on the next one.